was really distressed when I read Dean's book because it had some really unfactual things about me. The thing that upset me the most was it painted a picture that Tom and Raleigh were going bankrupt because I demanded a $2,000 speaking fee for We. I never took a dime for We. All the money from We went straight into Michael Kennedy's bank account. That's the lawyer who stole High Times from the employees. And I'm sure the accountants were siphoning off, money knowing that it was all going to Kennedy anyway. Why should he get it all? It's pretty easy to ask me, hey, did you get a $2,000? I was getting $2,000 to speak at college campuses at the time. But I never took a dime from Tom and Raleigh for the We Festival. So basically what we have so far with this narrative is a story of disinfo and misinfo told by chuckleheads getting paid. And, this runs through the entire narrative. Like, for instance, when Tom is murdered, assassinated, there's a witness there who's basically an accessory to domestic terrorism, could spend the rest of his life in jail. And he testifies that before Tom is shot, a voice calls out, FBI sniper, drop your weapon. Then Tom is hit twice in the skull, and then pause, 5 more times in the chest. Now, maybe the guy did call out before he opened fire, but clearly he assassinated Tom. Tom never had a prayer of a chance. He could have easily been disabled. The rifle could have been knocked right out of his hands by a sniper at, the sort of distance we're talking about. The sniper was probably totally camouflaged in a bush, so I don't believe anything of the story because anybody like that could be pressured to testify any which way to get a plea deal to escape culpability on their part. So you can't believe any of the stories. Certainly can't believe the FBI snipers. And there's only one other witness. And he could have been twisted anyway. The other thing is all the people that came to the farm, thousands of them, all of them are available for a fee to go give a story about Tom and Raleigh like they were their best buddies. And they know the scoop about really happened. And what they're doing is just telling rumors to each other. It's like playing telephone tag, and the whole thing's totally distorted. Meanwhile, the real people like me that knew what was going on, and there's people deeper, much deeper than me. The real people are basically Derek and Robert. So they're not part of the narrative. Their version of the story isn't being told at all. I couldn't go there for 20 years, but I feel like we should try and make an effort to make their deaths mean something because they wanted to be martyrs. Rather than face having all their assets seized, their child forever in foster care until he's 18, and have, be locked in a cage, for the rest of their lives. That's what they were facing. They said, no, we'll make a stand. We'll say this is absurd. And we'll draw attention to these unjust laws and the other hundreds of thousands of kids that have been unfairly seized from their families because maybe their mom smoked a joint at night when she went to sleep. That would be grounds for losing all your kids. That kind of insanity, somebody needed to bring attention to it. But there was no attention because 9/11 happened. And I didn't even find out about Tom and Raleigh till 9/11. I was riding my motorcycle. I'd been in my house in Woodstock. They didn't have that phone number. I thought I was their lead advisor telling them what to do. I told them to stop smoking pot. I said, no hope of getting the kid back till you piss clean. I've been through the same situation. And believe me, when faced with the possibility of losing your child or not smoking pot, not smoking pot isn't even in the equation. It's gone. You don't even think about it. You know what I mean? It's like, and they would have been a little more clear-headed. They were cornered. They were totally cornered, like a wounded animal, and they wanted to lash back and basically go down in a hail of bullets, and that's what happened. But it hasn't meant anything yet because nobody's told the real story.
I was asked if I was part of the marijuana cult this D was running.